Welcome back everybody to Lake Dulcet with me, Vapor, as we continue playing around with the MegaMod. Right, okay, so a few things from last time. I've just let the game kind of play on a little bit. I've only tweaked a few things, like putting some of these fences in, which I think kind of look quite effective, but one thing I've noticed is people completely cut this corner and use this building as kind of a shortcut, which is slightly annoying, but yeah, what can you do? Okay, so we have our Cooper now, which means we can make barrels. It is barrels, isn't it, I think? Check. Barrels, yeah. I need to put the red ketchup one down and see if that one doesn't actually... let me just turn this off as well while I think about it. Yeah, I think the red ketchup one doesn't need barrels, which I guess if you're in a bit of a bind, it's probably the better choice, but... we're not going to use it just because it's easy. Right, okay, so let's go over to our farm. I was right, Noble did say about these, they are not big enough. We can make them a bigger size, and I agree, it probably would make more sense. But just to kind of get that initial kind of process going, I'm quite happy with them. But we need a grain silo. Now, unfortunately, there isn't one with a thatch roof. That would be nice. I mean, there is different barns, some of which do have thatch. Kind of like this one, I suppose. Guess it's just picking the one that seems right. That's nice, isn't it? I like that. I think we'll just go with the bog standard silo, though. It makes sense. So we're going to put this somewhere near this house. Now we will put more houses in due course. We'll kind of go with that for the moment, and we will put a path. And this is one thing I prefer about buildings that are made in the Colonial Charter mod, is that you can take the road right up to them, and here you can't. But that's not exactly a problem anyway. Later on, when I actually replace the roads, I will put in the... where are they? They're here. It's all moved. So I will put these on top where I want the road to be, just to give the impression that the road is there, which is cool. Okay, so we're going to look into doing some stables. Now, I've been thinking about this a great deal today, and what I'm thinking of doing is putting a pasture. I can't think what they were called then. Fenceless pastures. Is it a bare one? Fenceless pasture with no animal shelter attached. I was thinking of putting one of these in the middle. Let's say somewhere like something like that. Man, it's got a floor. Never mind. And then I was going to build around it using like the equestrian style fences. Were they in here? Let's remember where they are now. Well, I forgot we've got new flowers as well. Lots of stuff to do. Are these ones? No. Although they are quite nice, aren't they? Do like those. Ah, it's these ones. Here we are. I don't know if we're gonna... So they're separate as well. Oh, there's loads of different options. I love it when there's options. Okay, so what we're going to decide is, I think, if we... how long is that? 13. Could be about there, isn't it? About middle-ish? Or is it slightly off? 6 on that side. 5 on that side, okay. No, it's right. And we will go back to that fence, if I can remember where it was. What are these ones? Oh man. Don't get distracted, Vapor. Don't get distracted. Now, are these ghosts? No. I think we will go with that one there. The only problem is... that is an issue. Oh well, that's a shame. I guess if I'd placed it further back. Do you know what I think it is? We need some relaxing music to get us going. I think that's the problem. I think as soon as we have the music, we'll be at peace and we'll be able to do what we need to do. Okay, so this is going to be horses, which we don't have, so we'll need to trade for those. Actually, I think, in hindsight, I might have placed that a little bit too close as well. Do you know what? I might just go with this. Yeah, we're going to bite the bullet and just use that. I know there's a little bit of indecisiveness there from me, but you're just trying to think and you can't quite figure out what it is you're trying to do. Let's wait for this to build, and then we will start putting the other pieces in, and it'll all become clear. Now, I do believe. Yeah, I was reading a comment that the decorative trees now need these seeds, so I won't be able to just plant my trees willy-nilly anymore. I need seeds for them as well, which, thank you Noble Rambler for that suggestion. I suppose it makes sense, I shouldn't moan. Okay, so what have we got here? So that's a slightly longer one. I guess it depends how you want it to look, doesn't it? I'm kind of happy with that. That will do nicely, and we'll do the same here. The only thing is, I can't see the footprint for the building. Usually you can see a line, so it's going to make this a tiny bit difficult in a way. Let's see how that diagonal one looks. It's a different lens. Oh my goodness. Winter's come around already. Yikes, it's so quick. Well, food is certainly going up. What's our food limit? 5,000. Fuel is quite low. This place not getting enough reeds. Okay, it's making a fair amount now. Guess once this is built... Oh, building supplies. You see, I never thought about that when I put that in. Got here. Upgrade to add a passable gate to tile centre. What? Does that mean they can't walk through it? Maybe it's impassable. Okay, so... Oh, no. Reclaim. That's this one. That's all my builders. They're slacking. Come on guys. We've got things to be getting on with. Okay, so while we're waiting for them to do that, and they're sure taking their sweet time, I need to find the stables again. Because remember I put them here and then removed them. Where were they? They were somewhere I didn't expect them to be, if I remember rightly. There they are. So, zoom out here and see. Yep, I think. Yeah, I think we're going to go here. Now I'm going to do these slightly outside of the actual kind of pasture area. Ugh, that didn't work very well, did it? Let's get rid of that. And we will need a road coming this way. But basically, we are going to most definitely need a trader at some point very soon. Because this is going to work properly otherwise. I can't. Right, here we are. Okay, let's get these fences in. It is a little bit hard to kind of judge what you're doing. Oh, there we go. Easier when you can actually see, I guess. Question is, if I do it like this. There we go. We might just bring this out kind of like another one of these. And then... What difference ones have we got there? We just got like a taller corner, haven't we? I think we'll just go straight on this one. Make sure that's the right one. It is. I don't know how far we want to go. Maybe if we put in... say something like that. Then put the corner piece in. This is so difficult when you can't see it. And the reason I'm leaving the space is so we can put some of the ghost horses in. So we'll have ones in the middle that are going to be moving around. And then we'll have just some static ones dotted around the edge. And then we'll have some actual stables. We'll probably going to need a third one actually. What does it take to build them? Okay, nothing too complex. Right, well that's happening. It is winter, so I'm going to remove these quickly. And we are going to put some slightly bigger ones in. And what have we got? 9x12, is that the same? Oh, look at that. Perfect. So pick up off. Again. Oats on farm has been assigned already. Oats. Pick up off. Brilliant. In the grand scheme of things, it's not much different. It's still taking up the same space, isn't it? So, yeah, I don't think it really makes a big difference, but we'll do it anyway, because it'll look better. And let's do a little bit more fence, as we can see this bit. You know what, we might just go with that. I can't quite see where back area is going to be. Is it there? Yep. Hopefully I'm doing this right. Very hard to see. I'm not too worried about that kind of texture there, because what we will do is we will give them something a little bit greener. Quite interesting actually, because I thought the grass here would be something slightly different than this, but we've got marsh. I think we'll just make sure the whole grass is fully green. And as you can kind of see, it does blend in, but where it's kind of weaker, where it's this lighter colour here, it'll look better. Now the other option is, we don't have to do it this way. We could just use the road tool. I think we've got verdant and we've got slightly dark. I think it's this dark one, but it's not going to go everywhere because of the edge of the fence. So there's, like I say, there's several options when it comes to doing this. I might do this and then just fill in the gaps with the squares. And it's, as long as I'm putting ghost objects down, these roads are not going to cause me any grief. Okay, let's let them do the job. Yeah, I think we definitely need another stable. We'll put it in. We'll just get it there ready. Doesn't mean we have to use it. Where's it gone? Stable, where art thou? Oh, it was in this one. Oh, it is. I don't know why I never see it. I'm going completely blind. Yeah, there we are. Do a little bit more road. Do it upgrading our roads at some point. So we've got a spare farmer, haven't we? Yeah. Drop that down for now. You can go and do something else. Get some smoked fish. Perfect. So that's going to give us a little bit of a boost to our food. We will unpause these two buildings as well, just to get that going. Ooh, probably need to get this building up and running again, because the reeds are not keeping up with the demand. But what's the problem? You've got reeds, maybe you don't have enough. Where does this person live? Because we did say this is going to be a problem. Yeah, it's not too far away, but I could get the other one going as well. Let's double check to see how much reeds we actually have. 48, not a lot. Okay, we'll unpause this. I know I can put an extra person in this building, but we'll unpause it. We will probably scatter a couple more houses in here shortly. We'll let those build first. Yeah, we know you're cold, don't worry. Damn it, put the wrong colour fence in. That's what happens when you're looking at a white fence on snow. Oh dear, that will teach me. Okay, well at least I can see what's kind of missing. There we go. Right, yeah, it looks like they've put most of that in now, so hopefully... actually, so many things have moved. Because it's extra buttons, so it really does make me look. that square in slightly the wrong way around. Yeah, because you can't always tell it's actually there. Sometimes it looks seamless, let's say. Now we can go right across the top of this pasture. The only thing is I'm going to need to leave a square somewhere, because if I click here it might always pick up on it because of the squares. So kind of somewhere in here I'm going to need to leave a little bit of an area. I'm not quite sure how we're going to do that yet, because it'll probably stand out like a sore thumb. But we will figure that one out. And the good thing about having a road in there is if anyone moves around, they'll move quite quicker. Is that even correct English? I don't know. Hide as much of it as possible. The builders are very slow though. I suppose it's saying that they've got to build these things well, which is a little bit odd. I wish there was a quicker way of doing this. It is very time consuming. Right, I think I'm going to stop doing it because it's driving me crazy. I don't know about you guys, and I'll make sure it gets done. But you kind of get the gist. And what we're going to do is we're going to go into the ghost objects, and we've got various types of horse. And we've got, I'm pretty sure, yep, we can do them at a diagonal as well, so they're not all kind of facing straight. We got that one. There's quite a few horses. We've got donkeys as well. Zebra, the infamous camel. Here we go. So these can go anywhere because they're ghost objects. They don't need to be specifically just at the sides. They can go absolutely anywhere in here. And donkey. I'm sure there's more horses than that. We've done that one. Ah, there's another one. They look very random at the moment, but once we got the ones in the middle, it will aid kind of my design choices. And we've got the hay pile, so we can put some of these in and have horses kind of lingering around it. The only thing we've not got is a trough. I can put another horse in there actually. Let's do that now while we think about it. Ghosts. And right, you know, it's really hard to line them up sometimes. Yeah, let's make it look like it's going towards it. Okay, that's that done. Fantastic. There's that one, and don't know why I unclicked it. Excellent. So that's going to look quite nice. It'll look even better once we've got all the horses in the grass in. I might put some other little bits in as well. But we're going to play it by ear, because sometimes I like to start something and then just kind of go away, kind of let the thought of it kind of stew in my mind. Sometimes, you know, I do kind of sleep on something and then come back and think, oh man, this will be great, and then we will add to it. Sorry, that corner was bugging me. Okay, so the farmers, what is it that time already? What speed are we running? 5. Everything seems to be happening so quick. Well, we only got 600 off both of those. That's rather weird. We've not built this yet because we've not got enough stone. I need to build a stone mine or something at some point. Let's just collect some stone. That's the one thing that you kind of notice when you first start. If you don't have to, like, the mines and things like that, it does just catch you off guard a little bit sometimes. Okay, so we want some Yeah, I might just put some more on the lake. We might set it back a little bit. I'm going to line one up, kind of at the edge of here. And then we're going to give him a neighbour. Like literally next door. And hopefully that'll help out here a little bit. Fuel is still a serious problem, but then again we're short of logs as well. What is this place doing? There's only 2 of them in there. They're hardly producing anything. Right, we've got a lot of spare people, so let's increase it. Where do they live? Okay, literally on the doorstep. Right, it's not picking up more. There's nothing really in the area. You know what we should have probably done is the dense forest. That's one I've not used yet. I've never used that before. That probably would have helped. Again, we can always like force the spare labourers just to chop down some trees and collect some stone. Excellent. Right, we were talking about having the trader in the main lake in Lake Dulcet, and I said the trader's going to go through the land, and it was suggested, and I think quite cleverly, that we put the canal in here, which is going to be, well, there's 2 different types, isn't there? So which one is this? It's got snow in it, but that's the grey one, and I think there's a... Can't quite remember what the texture is on the other one, but yeah, they're slightly different textures. Now, I don't know if placement is key with this. I mean, I want to put it here, but yeah. Okay, let's think about this logically. We need the canal gate, because if you put this on, in my opinion, place it right, it does look a lot better than just having the canal ending. I think if we put that there, it doesn't take a lot to build, which is quite good. And we need this one. Now we could literally put a trader on this if we wanted to. Put the bridge as well, haven't we? Yep. Let's put a bridge in. That's one of my favourite bits of that actually. Is the bridge. For some strange reason. I think he just looks really cool. Well, in fact, we'll go for a double bridge. Why not? When in Rome. I'm going to plan this right through. The only thing is, when the boat comes, it is technically going to drive through the gates. But that, I don't think that's a big issue. Not too sure how that's going to look. Okay, there we go. So that's that planned in. Ready to go. It's a long old walk, obviously, for people to do their business. So we might chuck in a little stockpile here. Let's see if we can get that built straight away. If it'll work. Because they're going to have to walk a long distance to kind of cart that stuff around. Quite short on everything at the moment. I'm really disappointed with this building, but now we've got a few more people in. Let's see what happens. So they only did 269 last season. Let's see what happens now. Else, not too bad. Oh, look at that! I've not placed them correctly. How frustrating. Try that again. Wrong thing. Excellent, there we are. Oh, right, well they've cleared this area out, so I've got to think about what we want to put in here. I mean, we could have a bit of a fishing community. I was going to put the mines kind of down here. In this sort of area, just because it's kind of secluded by itself. I mean, this could be more farms. I could put a little quarry in here, I suppose, couldn't I? I mean, there's quite a variety of them. We could even put another forest node in. Let's do that. Let's go with the... Where's the dense one? Is this it? Forester? Mini Forester? Oh, the Bamboo Forester. I would have thought it was in here. Flax Gatherer and Linen Weaver. Renewable resources. These are fantastic. Oh, there it is. Dense Tree Shack. I think if we put that... If we can... Yeah, let's put that in there. We pin that there for a second. We could go with a stone shack, which basically works like a forester, but it kind of grows stone. I'm not too sure if we want to do that or not, but I want to test it out, so it's kind of that as well. Do you know what? We'll put that in here. Purely on the basis I want to try it and see what it looks like. What was that? Because I'm quite curious how it will actually look in the grand scheme of things. I've only kind of looked at the coal one, and it was very quickly that I looked at it. How are these guys doing? Too bad. Okay, we've got this. We probably have got enough. What is this? We're growing oats. We've probably got enough to get this going. Which opens all kinds of doors from a trading point of view, and even the what they called. I was going to call them the little pastures, but they're not called that. Animal pens, which is going to give us eggs, and another source is leather, so it's going to kind of stabilise things like clothing quite easily. How are we doing up here? Okay, they've put that stockpiling. Brilliant. Seems to be the stone's letting us down a little bit, but at least that's in, and we're kind of ready, which means I can get a trader in. And we could probably put our first one here. We could probably do a farm one, seeing as it's close. Or we could even probably put it here. Make it look like it's part of this area. And we are going to need probably a food one as well, which could go next to it. And then industry, it could be here. But it wouldn't have to come through the canal. It could be here next to the mines and things like that. So, you know, there's so many things going through my head at the moment. It's just trying to get it right. But this is probably the hardest start I've had for quite a while. So I'm quite enjoying it. There's a little bit more of a challenge. I'm not like struggling, but like getting the resources is becoming a bit of a challenge at the moment. Food's not as high as I'm used to. How's this place doing? Oh, that's much better, isn't it? And then that's also then being processed, which is going to give us even more food. How's this place doing now? Yeah, it's still very hit and miss, isn't it? Although we can put another person in there, seeing as we've got so many spare labourers. Teach me for not paying attention. Yeah, that forester really bothers me. Anyway, this was supposed to be a 20-minute episode, but we've gone to almost 30 minutes. I'm not far off. So I'm going to leave it right here. Until next time, as always, take care.